Hey guys, welcome to Game Back. Today, beginning our video for our Blueprint Weapon Series, and today we'll be covering the Ghost Grim Reaper bundle. This is available today in Call of Duty Modern Warfare's shop. This is an old bundle from, I believe, way back in Season 3 or 4, probably. This just came back up in shop for me, so we just covered another video the other day from a Season 1 or 2 bundle. Again, some of these older bundles are finally coming back in shop, and you're able to get them via the Modern Warfare shop. Sometimes they're not available in the Warzone shop just because you're limited to the amount of sections of the Modern Warfare content. However, in Modern Warfare, we're able to get this content today. You can see here in the bundle for 2,400 COD points or 2,400 COD points, we get the Ghost skin for the Israel Ghost skin. We get the Soul Reaper blueprint for the FAL or the DSA-58, which basically it converts to with this blueprint. We get the Purgatory submachine gun for the APC-9. We also get the Sickle Melee, the Reaper Charm Hardline Operator Equip, the Hades Calling Card, the Spectre of Death Emblem, and the Vision Spray. So let's go ahead and back out. We'll go ahead and look at these blueprints. Before we jump into the gameplay, we'll do some different conversions that you can do with these ones. And we'll jump into the gameplay and see how these two blueprints handle. Now, these also do come with different green tracer fires. So you can see here the final design for the DSA-58 build or the FAL. So if I go ahead and back out all the way, what we'll do is first we'll look at the operator for Ghost. So if I go to my operators, we'll go ahead and look at Ghost. And if we look at and select his, I think it's the, let's find the one. I think it's the Deadwood from Season 5. Nope, the Dark Vision. Let's see which one it was here. Maybe here it is, the Israel. So this is the one we got. Let's go ahead and look at it. If we go ahead and make it bigger, you see here with that DSA-58 or the FAL, pretty cool operator skin. I like it. The only thing I don't like is the sickle on the back. I think it just looks a little bit too Grim Reaper-esque. Kind of takes me out of the modern setting. So for this gameplay, I'm going to be using a different operator skin. However, you can see the plate carrier. He's got the radio. He's got his mags there on the front of his carrier. Tactical pants. Everything's really tactical with this skin. I just think they could have lost the sickle as well as the cape / hood that he's got on. It just doesn't look really good with this operator for some reason for me personally. But so for this gameplay, you'll see me run this with the classic Ghost from Modern Warfare 2. I think that's a really good operator skin for him, if not his best. But if we go to the weapons here, we'll go ahead and look at our Soul Reaper first. So what we'll do is strip this thing down to base, and you can see this is the base FAL or the DSA-58, which is converts to. We have a few different blueprints. If I go ahead and select the FAL, you can see in the armory here, we get the Skull Shot as well as the Smooth Dominator, which also convert this weapon from the old FAL to the more modernized American DSA-58. So you can see how that compares to the original FAL right here. And then we have the Skull Shot, DSA-58, or the Smooth Dominator, and the Soul Reaper, which convert this all to the DSA-58. And here you can see my conversion, my custom blueprint saved for the DSA-58 OSW. So if we go ahead and back out, what we'll do is customize this. So first off, for the barrel on this, I think this is going to come with the monolithic suppressor. So the Soul Reaper monolithic suppressor are going to give us the sound suppression, damage, range. Cons are going to be the ADS speed and the aim, walking, steadiness. So we'll go ahead and select that. For the barrel, we're going to want the longest barrel here being the XRK Marksman. Give you the damage at range, bullet velocity, and the recoil control. The cons being the ADS speed and the movement speed. Again, you can see how the Soul Reaper compares to the original. Just with the barrel there, just a different color. You get a darker color with the Soul Reaper. Just a much nicer black finish. Then for the laser, we'll go with the TAC laser. So this is going to assist with the ADS speed, aiming stability, and the aim walking steadiness. The cons here are going to be the laser will be visible to enemies, but only when you're ADSing. So again, you can see the Smooth Dominator, or excuse me, the Soul Reaper versus the base. So just a darker version with the Soul Reaper blueprint. And then for the optic, this one's going to come with the Solo Zero Mini Reflex for the precision sight picture. Cons are the ADS speed, but I think this is really only accumulates to about 1 frame, so it's really not a big deal. And again, you can see just the darker variant with the Soul Reaper. And then the fifth and final attachment is going to be the ammunition, and that'll be the 30-round magazine there to increase from the base of 20 to the 30 of the 7.62 by 51 NATO, and the cons being the ADS speed and the movement speed. And again, you can see the base versus the Soul Reaper. So I'll select that. And that is our custom DSA-58 conversion utilizing the Soul Reaper blueprint. Next up, we'll look at the Purgatory blueprint for the ISO or the APC-9. So what we'll go ahead and do here is we will strip this thing down to the base variant. And here we're going to run skip out on the muzzle and the barrel. We actually have the integrated barrel here. So we're going to run the Nightshade barrel. This one's going to give us the damage at range, recoil control, bullet velocity, and the sound suppression. So this is really the best in-slot barrel or muzzle device you can put here. Cons being the ADS speed and the movement speed. And again, you can see base versus the blueprint as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then for the attack laser, we'll skip that. The optic, I think this one is going to come with the GI Mini Reflex. Or nope, that is the wrong. Yep, that's the right one. So GI Mini Reflex, if I go ahead and select that, it's going to give us the, let's go ahead and go back here. It's going to give us the precision sight picture and the aim down sight speed, same as the one we just covered with the FAL. And again, you can just see we're going to get a darker variation with the Purgatory blueprint. Now for the stock, we're going to go ahead and want the FTAC Vagrant stock. It's going to give you ADS speed increase, with the cons being the aiming stability. So let's select that. And then for the grip, we're going to go ahead and want the ISO tack form grip. So they're going to give us the recoil control for this weapon, which I definitely noticed just playing with this in the custom gameplay. You'll see versus the no grip, it's going to definitely assist a little bit there. The cons being the aiming stability. So we'll select that. And then the fifth and final attachment will be the ammunition. We're going to go with the 30-round magazine versus the base, I think, is a 20-round magazine. So we'll go with the 30. You also have the 50 available there, too, which is going to be your best option. But the 30-round magazine, I definitely noticed it's definitely enough ammunition for probably 1 or 2 people in Warzone at least. And here in multiplayer, obviously, you can take out multiple with that. So you get the 30-round magazine of the 9x19 Parabellum. Pros are going to be the magazine ammo capacity, cons, ADS speed, and the movement speed. So you can see just how this looks with the different blueprints. We'll go ahead and put the Purgatory, and that is our Purgatory blueprint for this weapon. Looks really cool with that nice black matte finish. Now, one thing that's pretty cool is because we get this cool black magazine, if I go ahead and do my customized variation of the DSA-58 OSW, and I go ahead, you can see this is the DSA-58 OSW. If I go ahead and now put on the Soul Reaper magazine, we get a nice clean magazine with that DSA-58 OSW. Looks really nice there. I think I'm using the Smooth Dominator blueprint for this one. Again, that black magazine just looks really clean and nice on this weapon. So that's a really good option for this weapon. Again, you can see how that would compare to the base versus the Soul Reaper. So that one looks really nice. Really cool blueprints overall. Again, it's really good to see these blueprints return to shop. One thing to look at with these ones, if I go ahead and just go into the gunsmith here, we have the, let me go ahead and preview this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You have the SCAR initials on this weapon. So on the barrel there you see SCAR, and this is on both weapons for these blueprints. See if the inspection animation goes to it for us, but you can see just the customized differences here with the DSA-58 or the FAL. It's obviously a nice, really good blueprint, same as the Smooth Dominator and the other ones we just covered. But you can see there, right there, SCAR for Shadow Company automatic rifle is what it's standing for. So these are Shadow Company, supposed to be Shadow Company blueprints. However, they weren't released with Shadow Company operators. It's odd that they came with a Ghost bundle. Both of them, you can see the SCAR is on there. Shadow Company automatic rifle on this too. However, it's odd to me that they weren't released with Shadow Company operators. Ghost is supposed to be SAS. We don't have any Shadow Company operators on the Coalition at all, actually. I believe they're all on the Allegiance side. So it's odd that they have a Shadow Company automatic rifle here for Ghost bundle, but again, I guess it kind of makes sense since they would technically be working almost side by side or in parallel at one point in the old Modern Warfare timeline. However, we don't really know how that ties in this timeline, but that's how those blueprints look. Let's take a look at them with the camouflage. You can see it actually looks really nice with the camouflages. The camouflages cover these weapons pretty well there for the FAL. It looks really neat. And then if we go ahead and look at the ISO here, the APC-9, and we look at the camouflages, again, it's going to cover everything minus the suppressor and the magazine there on this weapon. So those look really good also. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay here. You'll see me just utilizing these on Euphrates Bridge here against bots. And again, these weapons really good to use, a lot of fun. I do really enjoy seeing these kind of blueprint bundles come back and shop. And we talked about this in the video I did the other day with the kind of the all gillied up operator skin there for Grinch, utilizing that or the EBR-14 blueprint that turned it into the all gillied up M14 from COD 4, that all gillied up mission. So those blueprints, things like that, I'd really like to see Agent Orange come back and shop. It's kind of a shame that they don't allow you to see all of the bundles that have come out for all of the seasons that you don't have, because at this point there's a couple ones that I am still trying to get for the Odin and some other weapons. I really want the Agent Orange for Bale, things like that, and unfortunately I am unable to purchase them. So here I am just kind of wanting to give my money to Activision, and I'm prevented from doing so because I can't find those bundles. So it's a shame that we just can't cycle through everything that's come out to date and pick what we want, because I think they'd be making more money, and it's odd to me. Activision, obviously, they're a business. They're in it to make money, so it's weird that you're not able to go ahead and select through or cycle through all of these blueprint or bundles they've had and pick the ones you want, because I would be spending more money right now if I could find those. So kind of a shame, but again, these blueprints handle really well. It's definitely, I haven't used the FAL with the DSA-58 in a while, so it took me a little bit to get used to it. You'll see me die a little bit here, depending on what clips from the gameplay I show you, but I definitely had a slow start because I wasn't really used to the tap fire for this thing too much. But again, it's a lot of fun to use these weapons. They have a nice green tracer and dismemberment features on these bundles. So again, this is available for 2,400 or 2,400 COD points in the Modern Warfare shop, for me at least. It may not be there for you, even if you haven't purchased it yet. I think the shop is pretty randomized how it cycles, so it may not be there for you. But again, a lot of fun to use these weapons. Let me know down below what kind of blueprint or operator bundles you're still trying to get. Things like the FSB, the Protectorate Bale skin that came with the Warsaw bundle for the AK, the Warsaw AK blueprint, things like that. I would really like to see the Agent Orange operator skin. I really want to get. Some people keep commenting that they want the Spetsnaz operator bundles that came with all 3 Spetsnaz operators. You also have things like that for the Demon Dogs and the Chimera, things like that. There's a lot of different bundles out there that just are not readily available, so it'd be interesting to see those. But again, this is a nice blueprint. It allows you to mix and match things pretty well with the Frankensmithing. And again, it really kind of opens my eyes to the possibilities with Modern Warfare 2, which Infinity Ward is obviously working on at this point. Things that they implemented over the course of the Modern Warfare's life cycle, things like Frankensmithing, being able to swap different blueprint attachments. I think they realize the value of blueprints now, and they'll be making it much more, I would say, greater designs for blueprints that are more cosmetic changes to them. Things like the G36 or the Holger 26. I really wanted to see a blueprint conversion which cosmetically changed that into an XM8, things like that. So statistically wise or stat wise, they're still the same weapon. However, cosmetically, it's a different weapon, which is really the point of the gunsmith, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of opportunity here to create different weapons and mix and match. This is what they set this thing up for. So to have blueprints that really cosmetically overhaul the weapon's exterior would be great to see in the next iteration of Modern Warfare, that being Modern Warfare 2. So let me know down below what you guys think. I'll leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay here so you can see how these weapons handle. Let me know if you have this bundle in shop, or if you're still trying to get this, or whatever other bundles you still aren't unable to purchase in shop. There's another one for the Odin, which converts to the VKS, that I really want with that 5-round magazine. Unfortunately, I just can't find it. So go ahead and let me know down below which ones you guys are trying to get. Till next time, this is Buffman Gaming, out.
That's right. I'm reloading!